What's up? Ooh, ooh, ooh. MMA Underground with the Yankee and the Brit. Ooh, 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 ooh.
And special guest Jxmmi Fit from Streetbeast coming to talk to us. We appreciate you giving us your time, man.
No problem.
So
Man, I was watching some of your fights and woo, I know you got a handful of them, and let me just say, I was very impressed. And you're coming out here looking just swole. I thought somebody inflated your muscles real quick before the fight. Which is actually funny because I have one question. I see that you have the shirt on too. This is a big T-shirt. What's the meaning behind that? I'm curious.
Cause it's like I'm so big, and it's like I'm a guy. I like wearing, like fitted clothes. So people always talk like, man, you need a bigger T-shirt. So it's a big T-shirt.
no, it's a good play. I know a dude who's pretty big, and he wears a shirt that says, "I'm too big to kidnap."
Yeah.
I just go the other way. I wear really baggy clothes to hide the issues underneath. Is the main problem.
Hey, we're all looking good, right? Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, I see some of your fights. It was really a tremendous leap. I feel like from the very first fight you had against like Ashraf to the bill collector. I mean, the amount of growth was just insane. But I was curious because I mean, being like a bigger, swole guy, did you have to incorporate more cardio? Or did you actually like cut back on some of the weights that you were doing? Or I mean, how did you prepare for that second fight versus the first?
The second fight, it was just more experience. My first fight, it was terrible. It was my first fight. So I was partying and stuff, just sick. I was coming off of COVID. So I think I had COVID like 3 weeks later, 3 weeks before that, just on my back, messed up. So I still went out there, and it's like I went out there and had to fight a good guy. So it's like, oh shit, it was like, so it was real. It was real. That one got real, but that one out of all my fights, it's my favorite because it was more of me. It's like I'm more athletic. I'm just doing out here. I'm just reacting, and now it's like my next fights is me incorporating the stuff that I'm learning. So it's like it's a battle.
Oh yeah. I mean, the growth, like I said, was good enough to where, well, you got a challenge for the belt against El Coyote. That fight was, woo, man.
Man, that fight, yeah. He called me out.
Fair enough.
So, I took it. Third fight, I don't care. It's like we gonna get it on. It's like I feel like he called me out because he saw me coming up, so he wanted to get me out of there early. But ain't no getting me out of there early, bro. In a rematch, It's like, so ain't no stopping, bro. Like this Street Beast, you have to see me again. That was my third fight, so I planned on. The crazy part about this, he called me out. What's up, overtime? He called me out, get me out of there. But it's like, bro, you gotta knock me out for one. Anytime you go fight a one-on-one fighter, you better knock him out. But you didn't knock me out, so. And it was a 5-round fight. That was my first 5-round fight. And I was coming from 3. So what that fight taught me is that I just got to work harder. So he didn't knock me out, and now I got to work harder. So the rematch is going to be epic. It's going to be epic.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's a tough dude to step up against in one of your, you ain't been fighting that long. That's a tough dude to step up and just say, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. So that's impressive in itself. And then the way you fought him was very impressive. I was just, like Buddy said, I was impressed all the way around. Like watching you fight, I really enjoy watching you fight.
Yeah, I know, and thank you guys. And that's what I be saying. It's like I'm more for entertainment. For the fans, I know I'm an entertaining fighter. Some people don't like that. Want to try to? It's like, bro, just let me be me. This is my crowd. This is what I'm doing. Everybody can't do, what y'all are doing. So it's like. Y'all certain type of fighters, y'all want people to feed y'all ego. I'm not for that. I'm actually out here to develop and get better. I started boxing in July 2021. Like not even and this guy's been boxing for years calling me out. It's like, bro, I'm gonna go in there and do it because it's gonna make me better. And it's really for me, it's like all these losses that I take in the beginning, like, bro, it's the beginning. So just wait till I finally find myself, and it's gonna be popcorn.
How do we feel about people calling each other out in the street beefs community? Like, because that's how it started, wasn't it? Everybody starts beefing and calling each other out, and then, all right, let's take it to the cage rather than doing it on the streets. But with scrapyard especially, they like kind of Fire Chicken likes to say, don't call people out because you won't get that fight if you just start calling people out. But how do we feel about calling people out in street beefs and calling for those big fighters?
Dude, I feel the same exact way. It's like, bro, if you really got a problem with somebody, you will fight them on the street. So it's like, once you put the camera on, it's like, it's for entertainment. So it's like, how much do you really don't like this person? You know, it's like mutually, like it be respect. You know, like if you mutually respect somebody, y'all got good records and stuff. You know, it's like, then link up, you know, fight, you know, put it on for the fans. Because it's like, once you put on the gloves and put the camera on, this is for entertainment, it's for the fans.
Oh yeah, and so you get a few of those people that just try to like catch that name real quick. Like you had a few fights before you fought Coyote, versus there's like those people in the group that come out and my first fight, I want to fight so and so, and I want them to be my first one. I'm gonna put them in their place. And you're like, you have no fights on the internet. I can't find a record of you even at the amateur leagues. I mean, yeah, it's just, you know, I feel like sometimes maybe it's as a preventative step to keep that, but I don't know. I feel like, you know, when the stars start to come out, you're gonna really start to see, and the head honchos know who to match with who to make for those titles. Like when Jay got him when the Terrifier came out, you see those two names, like, huh?
Well, buddy, you'll have a good question. You work a lot with Steve and do things for the scrapyard. I feel like, okay, so if it's a beef, absolutely call it out, right? Or if you're a champ and you want to fight somebody, then call it out. But if you're a dude with one fight, do not be calling out the Viking Warrior.
Absolutely.
That's what I wouldn't do. I wouldn't sit out here and I didn't call out Coyote. I didn't call out them guys. Like you can see in the previews and stuff. It's like y'all was willing to work my way up, you know. But it's like you don't call me out, I'm gonna take it, you know.
Heck yeah. And as you continue to grow, I mean, you're at West Coast now, but I mean, you got 3 options. Are you gave a shout out at one of your fights to a bunch of the leaders? Would you ever go, you know, down south, scrapyard to the OG yard?
Yeah, that's the plan. Like I planned on going to the OG yard. Like I didn't even plan on fighting Coyote. Like it really just came out of nowhere. Like I planned on going to the scrapyard in April, but he called me out, so I just took it. So I do plan on going to the scrapyard to get away from that sand, bro. Like my footwork is amazing, and people like that. Another thing, it'd be like, damn, like trying to move in that sand, and I want to hit the OG yard too, you know, just because it's the OG yard, man. So yeah, I plan on doing both. Actually, and the Dirty South too. I have family in Dallas, and they have a big event in July. Like I'm not 100% sure that I'll go, but I'm really thinking about going. So for sure, the first one would be the Dirty South in July.
First of all, big up Dallas. How about them Cowboys? They're going to do shit this year, as always. Also, Dallas Mavs, very happy about them. But more importantly, the reason that you want to go to the scrapyard, and it's okay to just say it on this, Jimmy, is because their camera work will make your muscles pop, bro, even more.
Steve gonna come with a fire title too, and you know we gonna run up some views. Dope. Like,
if it's just boxing, we'll get the baby oil.
Like Steve's production is A1, bro. Like you gotta go there. Like I was looking at the last one, like for the B fight, the Viking Warrior fight, and like you could see like the little subtitles in. I'm like, bro, this production is amazing. So yeah, so you put in that work, yo. That shit is awesome.
Heck yeah. So one thing I find interesting is I've seen videos of you doing like, what was it? You were doing sprints at a school. You were doing like the full pull-ups all the way, lifting up. Are you like just a straight up all around athlete, or you just like to be fit, or what?
I feel like I'm very athletic. You know, I love working out. Like I've been since I was 3 years old climbing in trees. You know, you guys, my mom, I've been doing pull-ups since I was 5-6 years old. You know, so I've been working out as my life, and I think people take it wrong when they look at me. they look like, oh, this book muscular guy, he just coming out here, he trying to KO people, feed his ego, and it's like, nah, like this is a journey for me. Like I've been working out all my life, and now it's like I'm doing boxing to learn how to box, you know, and it's a journey for me. So it's just another phase. Next, it's I plan on doing like Spartan races and other crazy stuff, but right now it's a boxing journey.
The Spartan race is worth it. It's definitely. I did the sprint one. I'm not gonna lie, I threw up like after one part was like a quarter mile uphill, quarter mile downhill, carrying a sandbag. I was like, I'm doing it. Turn the corner. Oh, then I kept going. But I think it's really cool. It's definitely worth it to push. And as the fighter as all around athlete, it's definitely worth it.
Me and Jail just comment on sports rather than actually getting too involved and doing Spartan races and shit like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Kevin from IT got me fucking thinking I need to get in shape a little, get some cardio. We were joking with the cats that we're gonna do boxing 1 minute rounds because I'm out of shape and overweight, and we're both 40 something. So Kevin got me feeling a little itch to get in a 40-year-old fight.
Right. 1 round, 1 minute.
Is there a better name in all of Street Beefs than Kevin from IT? I mean, really, is there? Because that shit had me laughing.
Yeah. Man, what the heck was this quiet? Sorry, my mouth was a little quiet for a second. I was like, what the heck?
You just said you didn't get into fighting or boxing until 2020. What made you decide? Was it the pandemic, something else? Like, what happened there?
21. Last year, it hasn't even been a year.
Oh, 2001.
2021.
Oh, that's what I meant. 2021. Yeah.
21. So my goal with this is like I want to be. I feel I'm one of those guys. Like I'm an athlete, but I feel more comfortable like training. Like I be like it's taxing on the body. So I rather would be a trainer, be an athletic trainer, personal trainer. So for me, I got a background in track and field. I love calisthenics, workouts. Like guys see my gym right here. Like I'll make guys throw up working out, and it's like I'm just trying to develop another base. So it's like I took on boxing to learn just for like more group classes. So it's more stuff for me to teach. So it's like I'm doing it physically, so I can learn, so I can be able to teach it to my clients and my kids.
Oh, absolutely. And you said that this was like your first time fighting. Were you in street fights ever growing up too, or no?
I've been in a lot of fights, like, and it's crazy. My grandpa, like, it was a pro boxer. He was ranked like, I want to say his best ranking was like 33rd in like the Ali era. But I never got into boxing. I never, we fighting, and I got 2 older brothers. So it's like, I'm the youngest of 3 boys. So it's like, we fight all the time. Brothers pulling up, go fight. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's normal. But you talking about just getting into boxing? Like, nah, this is my first time. I never wanted to.
It's interesting. We've had people on here that they're doing MMA and stuff, boxing. I've never had a fight growing up my whole life. And I just decided, why not? And so I was like, I was fighting since I was like toddler, man. My dad put me in this cage, was making money off me.
Isn't that what Kai Stewart said? Because you guys hosted it, but I watched it.
Never ever. Kai Stewart, bare knuckle boxer, never ever been punched in the face. Like is what he said. And he still says he's yet to really be punched in the face now. Because of
that's the same with
just the people that he's fought.
I'll be fighting, so I'll be like, bro, I'll be fighting people better than me. Y'all ain't knocked me out yet. Like, God bless y'all, bro.
Yeah.
I've been there, rock to where it's like, okay, hold on, bro. Like, I gotta take a knee, I gotta take a seat. Ain't never, like, even a body shot, like, ain't nothing sat me down yet. Well, like out in the street beats, but like in the gym for sure, but not out there when it's someone else gotta respect your power too.
All right, I do have some more questions, but before we do that, we got a quick word from Yankee and the Brit.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay from Yankee and the Brit telling you to come over and check out our shows. The Yankee and the Brit Sports Talk, Well Beyond the Arc, the Markout Podcast, Flagrant and Foul, Real Talk with Jay, and MMA Underground Weekly live every Wednesday at 5 Eastern at YouTube. /The Yankee and the Brit. Deuces.
You've got a career in voiceover work there, Jay.
There
Yeah,
we
you
go.
do.
Yeah, that's my new
You-
thing. I'm gonna just be the voice of everything. Like I'll be
Your
the new-
advertisement voice is so different.
That's
That's
like movie
brilliant.
weird. Yeah, you're saying a movie title. Come watch it now this summer.
So back to the guest, because now I'm blushing for some reason. So what got you into Streetbeast though, man? Like, were you just sitting around watching on YouTube? Did you know somebody fighting in it? Like, how does this happen? Because that's always the story I love to hear, is what brought people. It be Satan's backyard, you know, the sandbox, scrapyard, dirty south. I love the stories behind it.
It's crazy. Like I've been I feel like I used to watch it all the time. You know, I used to watch Baby Hulk. Damn, man, I forget his name, but he's a big name too. The guy Weddle fought Bad News. Bad News. I used to watch Baby Hulk, Bad News, Big Daddy Williams, you know, like them was the guys I used to watch. And I used to always be like, damn, yo, that's something I want to try, you know, like, because you know, I had that boxing background and I don't mind fighting. So I'm like, yo, that's something I would do. So me coming on, like I joined all of the groups. I'm talking like I joined so many backyard boxing groups, not even this one, not even Streetbeast, like other leagues. And started posting in the West Coast. And actually had a friend in it, Takamara. He just fought 619. So I think he had a fight. So he helped me get into it. He helped me get into the West Coast.
Nice.
Hey.
Shout out Heavy Hitters, by the way. I like their group page, so I just give them a shout out too.
Have a quick shout.
I just think there's like a new generation of fighters coming into Street Beefs now. Like we've hit the point where Street Beefs is now so famous and getting so many views that people are going in because they've seen it, like, and they're like, and you have, like, you were just listing people that you used to watch and like you admire and stuff like that when it used, you know, and that's a new generation. Like the first is like, oh, we have beef, we want to get in and sort it out and quash it. The second is, oh, I just want to get in a fight and stuff like that, and I want to get better. And now this new generation is, I have people who I genuinely admire who used to fight in that, and I want to emulate those people that I admire. And someday you and Buddy V might be those people that other people are saying, oh, I watch Buddy V or I watch Jxmmi Fit, and that made me want to get in the ring and give it a try.
That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. I know people gonna be looking out like that. I want to fight that buffalo dude, you know. So, and then like my numbers is pretty good. Like I got a reel right now, a body shot reel. It's blowing up. Like everybody's hitting me. Like, yo, I see you all over my. I think it has like over 5.5 million views. Like one of my reels. So everybody's seeing me. It was just posted in the OG yard too. Like, yo, this dude popped up on my thing. So it's going good for me. You know, I like when I came here and I was like, you know, I want to build myself up, build my brand. So to go viral damn near every fight is pretty awesome.
That kind of leads up to a question.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that kind of led up to a question that I had, because since you have eyes on you now, you obviously are starting to become in the spotlight. You're not gonna let it go away for a while. What does the future kind of hold for you? Because I know you talked about being training in the future or something else, continuing fighting. So what do you see?
Man, I love this Coyote fight because, like how I said, like in the beginning, when I started, I've never seen myself as a boxer. So I'll be in the gym and I'll be looking at dudes, like we got like nice guys, amateur guys. Like you guys know with MMA, right?
Yeah.
MMA Underground. So, hello? So you guys know your Don song?
Yeah.
That's a buddy. Oh, it's going.
Hello?
Oh, I didn't hear what he said. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, say that again, Jimmy. Say that again.
You guys,
Oh, it's going.
do you guys
Yeah, I
know
can't
Don's
hear.
song?
Long Song?
Hello, can you hear me?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, Yadong Song, the MMA fighter for the UFC.
Right. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard it now.
There we go. We've got you.
So
We're
he's like
back.
the
Oh, it's going.
So I'm saying like this guy's like Yadong Song, like goes to my gym. This is an MMA fighter in the UFC. Kywin Lee, I sparred him about November, so it's like for me to be sparring like pro guys and stuff like already. I didn't spar Yadong, but what the Coyote fight taught me is, that was my first 5-round fight, and I'm just getting off of 3-round fights, and it's like for me to be at my best, I train harder. And I haven't been doing that. Like, I've seen guys and I'll be like, bro, that guy's a pro. I'm not a pro. You know what I mean? But it's like I got to train like a pro if I'm going to come in here and do this stuff. So that's one thing it's taught me to train harder. So I have trained like, I don't think I'm a boxer. I'm getting there with boxers, so I have to train like one.
It's something that we talk about in the teaching profession quite a lot, like putting like amateurs in terms of boxing, but putting like your kids who aren't necessarily the most adept at knowing how to access their knowledge and things like that, their metacognitive knowledge and things like that, putting them next to the kids who know how to revise, know how to get good grades. It's not necessarily, you don't put them next to the most intelligent kid, because the most intelligent kid is getting the grades through just being smart as fuck. But you want to put those kids who don't quite know how to revise and don't know how to get the best grades, you stick them next to the kids who know how to get the best grades, know how to put the work in, because then that'll rub off on you. And I think that translates to sports quite a lot as well, where you take guys who are just learning their craft, but you see that they've got loads of talent, and you put them next to the best professional you can find, and the best trainer. And it's sometimes best not to just stick them next to the most talented guy, but the best pro there is in the gym.
Knowledge is valuable.
I think we've lost Jimmy.
Jimmy!
We'll see if he can get back on for a second. But actually, it's good time to send a word from our boy Cuzzo.
What up, y'all? This your boy Cuzzo, host of the Chronicles podcast and also the host of Overtime Reactions. And let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all make sure to go check out Yankee and the Brit Sports Talk. Them guys are knowledgeable. They have good content. Go support them, man. Go check them out on Facebook, Instagram, and definitely tune in to MMA Underground Weekly, man, where they have guests, great commentary, let you know about upcoming events, promotional material, all that, man. Go check them out. Yankee and the Brit, what up? Salute from your boy Cuzzo. Holla.
Yeah, and getting out overtime hustling is the thing that he keeps on forgetting to put in that advert there.
Hey, so before we go on, shout out to Daniel from Heart in the Fight. You guys check it out. They have a lot of great shows, so make sure you check that out. I know that JJ's got some more questions for Jimmy. It looks like Jimmy's logging back in. So while he does that, go over, get the magazine. Not only is your boy Buddy V in there, you got Yankee and the Brit in here, Viking Warrior. Like, man, go check out the new edition of Overtime Hustling.
We made it.
At overtimehustling.com. Make sure you do that. And it seems like Jimmy's back in, guys.
We made it.
All right, good.
My wife, that was my iPad. It just started cutting out, man. Sorry.
We are so good. That's
Jimmy,
all good.
JJ wants to know, as somebody who cooks for professional athletes, he's curious, what's your standard diet?
Man, I need that guy in my life. And that's what I be saying. So, like, and that's where it comes down to where I say I gotta train like more of a pro athlete. You know, it's like my diet is like I walk around 176 to 183. And it's like I eat whatever I want because it's like I'm not getting paid to do this. So I eat whatever I want, bro.
Yeah.
But like, I don't
Yeah.
eat too crazy. It's like I'm not a glutton guy. I don't overeat. I drink a lot of water. I really drink soda, and yeah. I see Daniel. He asked me, "Am I ready this weekend?" I'm not sure if I'll fight this weekend. Like, so I've still been dealing with kind of a injury, and I haven't sparred, bro. Like, haven't sparred. Like, even for the Coyote fight, I got hurt before the Coyote fight, and like 11 days before that fight, and I haven't sparred. Then I did the Coyote fight, and I've been like on and off in practice, and I haven't sparred. I haven't really done anything. So if I go out there this weekend, you getting another raw Jxmmi. So
what weight do you walk around at?
Normally you say if I got on the scale 10 times, it'd say like 181.
Hey, he ain't that far off from Viking Warrior. I'm just saying. Like,
I'm not, and I'll get in there with him. Much respect to Viking, and I like Viking because Viking, like, he take those good guys. You want to fight good guys, and he been calling Coyote out too, you know. And it's like bro, like, fight good, like, bro just fought a 1-on-1 fighter and a 5-rounder. Like, what did y'all like? I ain't saying like I was gonna like expect to lose, but it's like that's a tough fight for a dude in his third fight to fight a 5-rounder, you know. It's like you got other guys out here that's being questioning your heart, you know, like Viking Warrior guys.
If you go take that belt though in the West Coast,
yeah,
then you can have a belt versus belt match. That would be, you know,
That would be
it's
nice.
gonna happen in the future. When I tell y'all, bro, like I was out there like savage, bro. Third fight, one leg. They want me to do a 5-round fight. I'll do a 5-round fight. And like y'all could go look at my 3-round fights. It's way more intense. So it's like that 5-round fight, bro. Like with Coyote, the first round it was cool. Like I feel like I was winning like my plan for that 5-round fight was to win the first round, cruise the second and third, turn up fourth and fifth. But he stole the first round from me, so it went bad. That's why I could give him that win. Off that bad experience, I'm like, bro, he stole the first round from me with the body shots. Like, I'm thinking left, right, boom, and I'm gonna come back. You feel me? 3-2. But he kept going to the right side, so I didn't react fast enough. He went there 5 straight times, and that's when he stole the round. So it's like, all right, I can give him that because he stole that round. And then the second and third, I wasn't gonna, like, I didn't have a punch count stamina for it. So I
love that analysis. That analysis from the guy that was actually in the ring. Wow, it was great.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And I love the answer. Sorry, go ahead. I was just saying, I love your answer. That's the most fighter answer ever. When you are like, he stole that round from me. Like, that is the most fighter, like, confident answer. I just love that answer.
Yeah, because that was the plan. Like, I'm not ready for the 5 rounds yet. Like I was really hoping it was a 3-round fight. Like 3-round fight, you gonna get that aggressive Jxmmi, that turn up, boom, boom. You feel me? Yeah. And it's in that fight, I really, like, you can see it. I held back, I get off, and then I hold back because it's like, all right, it's 5 rounds. But that first round, like, once he stole it. So that's why I could give him his credit. Like, bro, you won that, you stole that round, but I ain't going nowhere. He gonna have to see me again. I hope he don't think he gonna take that and run. And like, yeah, Jxmmi Fit. No, bro, you're gonna have to see me again. So
it's a matter of time.
Yeah.
And like you said, experience too, you know? Shit, like with the scrapyard, when they first started off, they were 3-minute rounds. And man, I was dying. 3-minute rounds, now with 3 2-minute rounds, which is nice. But having that experience from before and everything else, I know what to prepare, how to train, this and that. And yeah, it's different. A street fight and a fight in a cage or a ring is way different.
Way different. My street fights, it's not gonna last that long because I hit too hard. You feel me? Yep. But in the cage, it'd be like, all right, he gonna eat 3 of them, but he ain't gonna eat 4 or 5. You feel me? After 4 or 5, he gonna take that knee for sure. So it's bro, I'm telling you, the next time it's gonna be popcorn. I'm gonna train way harder. Like, that's one thing I learned. It's like I came in like, all right, I want to be a trainer, but it's like I never looked at myself as a boxer. Now I look at myself like, nah, I'm a boxer. I gotta train like one. So it's going to be different when I go out there again.
Well, also being in the Streetbeast, having these fights, you're on the internet, people are viewing them. That can't do nothing but help your brand as a trainer.
Yeah, facts. And that's another thing too. You know, that's the best thing about it. It lets me know that I'm doing the right thing, because when I go out here and I do get the views, it's like, okay, people do want to see me. You know, I'm not out here wasting my time. So that's what that shows for me.
I was curious. Can you tell me a little bit about your brand? Because obviously, you know, you see me wearing my Zwell. That's my brand. So I always like to hear about people and what they do, man. I really support everybody. So can I hear a little bit about that?
So it just literally just fit. You know, like I plan on making clothes, merch, and stuff. This water bottle right here, this dumbbell water bottle, I'm trying to get this branded to my name, like things like that. You know, just being fit. You know, being active. Like I have people look at me and don't understand like why I work out. Like I have this cancer ribbon on my arm. Like my grandmother died of leukemia. That's the orange. The purple is lupus. My friend was 26 years old and died from lupus. So I take my mother, she's disabled right now. You know what I mean? Got diabetes, and you know what I mean? So I take very care of my health. And that's what it's more about, Jxmmi Fit, you know, just staying in shape.
Yeah. That promo was sick. Shout out to you guys. I watched it like 3-4 times.
Great job on that trailer. He was I ain't gonna lie. And that was like the most I talked during the trailer. Like Coyote be like, oh, he was talking to this, so I want to fight. It's like, nah, I started talking my shit during that trailer to promote the fight for sure. So I'm gonna sell a fight for sure. Like I be looking at some guy, he just made a review for the fight, and the first thing they say is, damn, this dude is jacked. You know? So it's awesome. And then you find out, like, they think I'm over 200 pounds, and then they realize, like, yo, this dude 175, 180, like, sheesh. So it just does great for my brand, you know. The nets is just measure my arms, you know. I think they about 17s right now. So
Promo sell a fight, though. I'll tell you. So I watch Heart in the Fight, and I'm watching the promos, and now I'm sad that the mustache man in the mirror fight fell through at BLK Prime, because those two put on a WWE style promo, and they were both talking mad funny shit to each other, and I'm like, man, I can't wait to watch these two fight. And then I never got it. Yeah.
Now you never gonna get that with me. Jimmy gonna show up to fight, and I'm a sell the promo. I'm gonna sell the hell out of the promo.
Yeah.
You book me, but I'm gonna work harder though. Like I'm not gonna come out there. Like I'm gonna work harder. I really want to go out there and put on quality shows, and I feel like I haven't really given that yet. So it's getting back in that lab.
I feel like promos really do sell it, because there was that Viking Warriors recent fight where that guy called him out, man. And he said, I'm going to take his belt. I'm going to do this. I'm going to humble him. I'm the humbled one. Blah, blah, blah. And he came out and got humbled himself. But, I mean, I know a lot of people were –
I watched that fight, and that I don't – like, guys like that, like, why do people do that?
So Coach TC was on our show, and Coach TC sent me the article. Men think they are 400 times tougher than they really are. And there's a study from psychologists on how men believe they are 400 times tougher than they really are.
I believe it.
He definitely was one of those guys, definitely. But he needs to get his ass in the gym, and we don't even want to see him no more. Like, bro, get out of here, you know?
Yep.
Like, he's disrespectful, and we don't want to see you, even if he did get in the gym. So.
Right? I feel like when you cross the line, when you're disrespectful to a certain point, it's kind of hard, regardless of whether you get out there or not. People are like, all right, I respect the fact that you fought, but I still don't want to be around you. Get your ass out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but that promotion of a fight and that just chatting shit kind of aspect is quite important to a lot of sales that happen, especially in MMA. You've got McGregor, you've got Paddy Pimbleton, is shit like that, where they're just like, yeah, let's just fucking go. The Jake Paul literally chats shit like out of his, like is jealous of his mouth because of the amount of shit that's coming out of it. But like he's making a shit
like
ton
I'm
of money.
like the McGregor of the Streetbeast, because you know I'm gonna talk my shit, and I'm straight up, I'm a big name. That's just
Yeah.
Don't get mad because I'm better than you.
Yeah. Not even that. It's like compete, bro. It's like, you feel me? You see, like, you mad at Jimmy because he got 1 million views. Go get 2 million, bro. Like, it's a competition. Like, I'm not even. I'm battling myself. I'm trying to beat my last. You know, I'm trying to be better than you know. So I'm not even trying to sit here and argue with you, bro. I'm trying to be better than what I was yesterday.
Well, and we learned a long time ago in the combat sports world, being talented is super important.
Yeah.
But being able to talk the right amount of shit, and it's different for everybody. Connor does it a different way. You know what I mean? But even Dustin Poirier has his own way of talking shit. Kobe Covington's way over the fucking top. Masvidal. So let's say the scrapyard. Viking Warrior talks a little bit of shit, but he does it like calculated. Jay Gotham will talk mad shit, and the Terrifier will just tell you to fuck yourself. So like they're doing it, but they all work, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of the Terrifier, there he is.
Yeah. He literally commented a second before you just said that.
That's cool.
He'll tell you to go fuck yourself, but he's actually the nicest guy ever.
Yeah. And that's how I am too. And that's how I and that's how I am too, because it's like, bro, like we really like we don't get paid for this, bro. This is like we out here having fun. You feel me? Gotta sell a show and stuff, and it's like, bro, everybody's different. Some people gonna be humble. Some people gonna talk their shit, you know. So I'm one of them people that's gonna talk my shit.
It's so weird how I just met kind of Terrifier and he pops up. Like, that's how scary this motherfucker is.
Yeah.
He's like,
he's a beast.
You say this motherfucker's name 3 times. Wisconsin's own Terrifier shows up.
Yeah.
He said name top 5 trash talkers. I don't even know. I'm 100.
I like Whale talks some mess.
Yeah, Whale talks some good shit too.
Whale, like what's that guy name? Fuck. Free Smoke.
Free Smoke. Yeah. I see him talking some shit. Oh yeah.
That's tough.
I think I saw him in a live, and some guy, he had like a fresh haircut, and some guy like, oh, looking like Jimmy Neutron out here. I spit my water out.
Let's be real. Face the sun, man in the mirror can talk some good shit too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He can back it up. I saw his episode when he was on the show with y'all. Yeah.
Yep. That was cool. I like that. He's a cool ass guy. I like when people are, they can be funny, they can be fun, enjoyable, but still talk shit. Because it's like you have the shit talkers who are fun, and then you got just the straight assholes no one likes.
Yeah. I'm one of them too. I'm like in the middle. I'm both. It's like it depends on the sense you want. It's like either you don't like me or you ain't, bro. It's just that simple. And I don't care if you do or don't, because you don't pay me. So
all right, but
I like Jake on shit.
In Bare Knuckle, we've been talking about Brandon Lambert. He's been on the show, Kai Stewart and him have an issue, but we talked about the level of shit talking. I think it helps make you relevant at times. Like if you're not being looked at, you can say some shit to get people to recognize you. It's just, how do you say it? And now with Brandon, it's a lot like Kobe Covington and Connor. Some people love you, and some people tune in to see you get knocked the fuck out.
That's where I was waiting on right there. When you talk, it goes to some people. That's when they want to see you lose. They're gonna want to see you lose. So you just gotta back it up. Like, as long as you go out there and perform, you're gonna be straight. But if not, they definitely, once you talk, they definitely come to see you lose. So,
oh yeah, and it's funny that Terrifier just said top 5 people that talk mess and back it up too, because I feel like one of the things with Brandon Lambert is people like to love him or hate him. When I was watching this fight, in the middle of the fight, yeah, fuck you, come on, bro.
Yeah.
And some people are like, this guy's crazy. Some people are like, dude, get this guy out of here. Some people call him just like the redheaded stepchild of the fight community, just all sorts of other stuff.
Hold on 1 second. I got to say this. So my interview with Bobo from Bare Knuckle, actually, I've had conversations with Brandon on chats to get him on the show and different things. And he's a nice guy, nice enough, right? But Bobo said, this is the nicest guy he's ever met, that this dude, when he first met him, found out what his wife had for diseases, went out and bought her all kinds of CBD and different things to help. Had him mailed hundreds of dollars worth of shit out of nowhere. So always been there. So, like, I think a lot of it is probably him trying to sell himself as a fighter, because the people I talk to outside of it, like shout out Sunshine, they say he's such a good dude. So we had Josh Wright on. Josh Wright said, I meet Brandon Milo, nicest guy in the world, on the van to the fight. He sees him on the social media and like, that's not the dude I just talked to.
Yeah, I guess it's an entertainment factor, I guess. Yeah,
I can relate. Yeah, that's definitely, I mean, but that's what it is. It's the entertainment part of it, bro. Like, and that's part of the fight. That's part of the fight game. So I feel like for fighters, there's certain fighters that's not going to be that way. Like, everyone is not the same. So if you put like 10 fighters in a group and you want 10 fighters to be humble, it's just not going to work. Like, somebody got to talk that shit. Somebody got to sell it. You know, it's a role for everyone.
And when you get fighters like that, it's interesting because you can't always keep them on the rings. Like, I try to be nice. I'm humble. I give people a chance. But then, like, when people really get somewhere, I'm just like, but let's fight then. Whoa, what are you talking? No, you want to go to that point? Let's fight. I'm a fighter. I'm not going to go back and forth to a certain point. That's just me personally. Some people enjoy that. And before I cut you off.
Yeah, I agree with her. And if you know his backstory, Milo hasn't been able to see his kids in a few years. I don't know what went on there, so I am not like jumping in on that side. But I watched this dude on social media hurt for not seeing his kids too, so I'm leaving that up. I just left that up there for a second.
It's like, but it's like Preacher's son is incredibly humble. He does it in a totally different way. Like Preacher's son, ridiculously humble. Like,
he is.
Honestly, trying to get that guy to when we did the show with Preacher's son, trying to get him to compliment himself on how good he is was like, honestly, it was impossible.
You think he was fucking British?
He was almost fucking British. That's how difficult it was for him to compliment himself. But and then we talked to guys like, I don't know, Kai is pretty like, yeah, I know that I'm fucking good. Like Kai Stewart last week was like, yeah, I'm
like
pretty
forwardness.
Yeah, he's like, I'm pretty
good. That balance of
that's not even bad though. That's just confidence. That's just
yeah. Jay Gotham's style is like, he knows when to shut up, but also he will fucking go for it. And I love that shit about him.
When he ripped his shirt off on our show with Jordan Harrington, that was awesome. Like, he can put on a promo, but it's in fun, but he means 90% of what he says, even though he's saying it in fun.
Yeah. Respectfully
disrespectful. Is a bad dude.
Nasty Natives, another one. Like you said, like Pony Boy and Pookie too. I'm a little bummed that the Terrifier and Nasty Native fight won't happen. I understand all the logistics, everything, shit happens, but I felt that was gonna be a banger.
I feel like it's not gonna happen on Street Beats, but it will happen. And it's like, when it does, everybody, the Street Beef community, got to come together and tune in. So it's not a bad thing. It's just like, this is what the Street Beef family is. These is people, they outgrew Street Beef. So it's like, you still got to support them on their way out. So hopefully they do meet in the amateurs or wherever they meet, but we got to support them whenever they move on.
I've been banging the drum for all amateur organizations to get their head out of their ass and start signing Street Beefs guys, and let it be known that they're starting to sign them, because what amateur comes in with the following as a Street Beefs fighter? It does not make sense to me. Big Smile sells more tickets for Cagezilla, I guarantee you, than their top fighter does, because of his following in Street Beefs.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a fact.
It kills me. It drives me nuts that these promoters don't see it. It just kills me. Did you watch the Fury fight?
No, I didn't. I was going to work that night, but I saw the highlight of that uppercut that man that he set up. Yeah, I was sick.
So quick.
So Maddie and I are recording. Maddie's watching the fight. Literally right before we hit record, he's like, Fury knocked him out, right? And I'm like, oh gosh. So we get done recording probably an hour later. I go up and I rewatch that fight, and man, bro, that is the nastiest uppercut.
So clean.
That's that reach. Like, when you got that reach advantage, You feel me? And they right down the middle, bro. Move that head to the side, drop the uppercut. Facts. Like Tyson Fury, a real boxer. Like, and it's crazy, bro. It's like 6'8", and he move around like that. Like move around. Like I look at Deontay Wilder, and it's like, all right, this dude is he looked like he used to play professional basketball, and he looks way more athletic than Tyson Fury. But Tyson Fury's footwork is way better than his. And
okay, this is weird, but is it weird that everybody I fucking mentioned on the show today pops up in the comments?
Everybody, maybe Tyson Fury. Maybe Tyson Fury will say
hello. That all these people tuning in, like that's what's up, man. Like that's
that's really awesome. Like, yeah,
Tyson Fury.
They probably saw my viral clip. You feel me? Like, get me on there. Let me go.
That's it.
In. So that's what's up.
That's it. That's it, man. Fury's one of those guys who's transitioned from. I used to tune in to watch Fury and hope that he'd get his fucking head knocked off. I used to hate that guy. I fucking used to hate that guy, but now he's transitioned since his break, and now he's a bastion of mental health and that kind of stuff. He's just fucking great.
And that transition he made is awesome. Like it's crazy that y'all said it because I was just looking at the banter, the promo from Fury and Wilder. And Wilder was talking about how he develops his alter ego and and Fury's just like whatever. And it was so cool. Like before you watch, you like, damn, I think Wilder gonna get him. And then like you just see Fury like how calculated assassin he is. Like, bro, I don't care about none of that, bro. I'm finna come in here and do what I do. So
it was a good fight. The only thing I was thrown off at was how much grappling there was in the first little couple of rounds. I was just like, oh, come on, man. And then Wilder got a split on his eyebrow real quick too. I was like,
thank you.
But yeah, he ended it with the no, yeah.
That's love. That's what I'm saying. Like Streetbeast West Coast, like they mess with me. They be showing they love. They be, you know what I mean?
Those
like,
guys fucking support.
I love it there.
Right, I support everyone when I can. Even if it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes here and there, not always all the time, but I try when I can. You know, everything helps, right? Because then when it comes to us, it's like hell yeah.
Fury's in a different class to Dillian White. I said that when we were doing this last week, I was like, there's no point in like this fight is the equivalent of when Anthony Joshua fought Joshua Parker, like that kind of where it's like they've got to get the fight in. But Joshua Parker actually gave Anthony Joshua some problems, and
I want to see Fury versus Joshua.
Everybody in the UK wants to see that shit.
I think Fury gonna win, but I still want to see
Ngannou.
No, and how they talked after the fight and they were hugging each other. It's like
mixed rules. They were talking about it. Mixed rules. Fury, Ngannou. I want to know what the mixed rules are. If it's standing, I'm still giving it to Fury. I am because of his skill.
Better boxer.
But if you get caught by Francis Ngannou, you are going to sleep for a month.
And Ngannou said something about maybe doing the boxing with MMA gloves. I was like, what?
Now that's different. That might be Francis because when you're used to blocking with bigger gloves, there's more openings for a guy like Ngannou to get in there when he's used to fighting that way.
Yeah.
True.
What? Fury's been growing up bare knuckle boxing though. He's called the Gypsy King for a reason.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
bare
right.
knuckle boxing.
Yeah.
Those guys bare knuckle box for a long time. He has come out and said he's officially retired, but bullshit.
Well, he said he's retired, but he'll fight Francis because that'll be a Jake Paul type payday.
Yeah, you're gonna get paid money,
$30 million just to fight some dude and not have the WBO or UFC all with their hands in the pie. These guys are taking these fights now. Like, yeah, I'll sell it out. People will enjoy watching it. No, it's not what people are used to watching, but nobody cares anymore. Like, I really enjoyed watching Nate Robinson get slept the way he did.
I quite like watching YouTube, like little bratty YouTubers get the shit kicked out, like kick the shit out of each other. That's quite funny. Like Bryce Hall's about to fight Ben Askren or something like that, apparently. And Bryce Hall is like literally the skinniest dude I've ever seen. And it's insane, right? It's insane. But they Yeah, with Fury, I just don't think it would happen. What he did say is, what have I got to fight for? Like, I've got 150 million in the bank. I've got a really hot wife, and I just want to go and sit on the beach with my really hot blonde wife and just chill and not have to worry about anything ever again. And I was like, actually, yeah, that's a very compelling reason.
Yeah, let's put that out on social media. Our boy Bobo needs this fight. And he's been doing his thing in bare knuckle. He deserves this fight. Get him this fight.
I'm going to follow him. I'm not too much up on the bare knuckle, but I'm going to tune in. I'm going to tap in with him.
It's like the guys who do bare knuckle are fucking crazy.
Yeah, those guys are killer.
Those guys are fucking nut jobs. Like, whenever we get them on the
show, Roy Beltran. And I think he got married to a woman who like shares some stuff in the Streetbeast group and stuff like that too. And it's cool. I mean, I think he lost his recent one, but they're brutal. Some of those heavyweights, when you hear him connect, you hear the snap. Oh man, like what broke? The guy's face or his hand? I don't know which one.
Yeah, go watch Bobo's fight, dude, for real. The sound that comes off of those punches. And Maddie, you'll enjoy this.
Come on, Beth. Come on, Beth.
Yeah,
Bobo.
That's pretty killer. So I was gonna say earlier, I was reading on that Ngannou said that he's not gonna sign another deal with the UFC, even though they're not really budging, unless it includes the opportunity for him to not only fight Fury, but to maybe pursue a boxing career as well as fight in the UFC. And he said if the time comes, then he won't re-sign the contract. If it doesn't happen now, it'll never happen. So he'll just go and get the fight. He said, yeah, Fury's almost done. So he's like, we could talk about it outside. And he's like, that's the fight I'm willing to take. And so it's just kind of interesting to see. I think this is going to happen. He said it's going to happen. Even if it doesn't happen right away, if he has to wait a year, he'll do what he has to do. I think that's the fight that needs to happen. It's going to be, like you said, it's going to sell.
All athletes need to go get their money while they can. So go get your money, Francis. But the truth is the UFC has proved, like the NFL has proved, it's a train. You either get on or get off, and they do not need you to keep rolling.
Facts.
It's unfortunate.
I want to thank you so much for giving us your time. We won't keep you any longer. It's been almost an hour. Love to have you back on again, my man. I can't wait to see you fight. So we'll have to get you back on in the future. Thank you again so much for giving us your time.
For sure, man. Thank you guys for having me, man. You guys have a blessed one.
You too.
You too. Thank you. Peace.
Bye-bye. Wow.
Man.
I forgot to ask his Instagram. Damn it.
Great conversation. Love that dude.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been such a big supporter of us. It was nice to get him on there. He's on commenting on our stuff in the groups. Like, I really like, you feel the love from him. So it's really appreciated.
Yeah, and we'll stick his stuff. We'll get his links from him, and we'll put it all in the description below these videos because we just kind of forgot to ask for it there. But anyway, we'll do our due diligence. We'll get that in there. That's a word that I've been working on since the start of the draft period, Jay, as you can tell. Due diligence.
Yeah.
Right. Should we move on to everybody's favorite segment, Jay?
That works for me.
Buddy V's Fighters to Watch.
Ooh. So I got two today. Last time I told you I'd pick someone from the OG or Dirty South branch. So for the first one, I was like, oh, wait, let me flip this over. I have Afro Samurai. Now, this guy, I obviously love the anime. The name caught my attention right away. My thing that really caught me was how he fought Fair Play. And he recently had a rematch with him, which was very interesting to me. First one he lost. You know, he fought Big Hit, won, fought Slim Reaper, which is another name we all know, and he lost that one, unfortunately. He did some hard sparring with Iraqi Assassin, came back, fought Fair Play a second time, and even though he technically lost, Fair Play said, I think it was a draw, no matter what the crowd said, and I think that this man deserves this win for here. And I mean, not many people can step in with Fair Play. He fought with Viking, where he's fighting other big names. He's going pro. He's doing all this stuff. And the fact that this guy is coming in here and making his name known, fought him Fair Play twice, and improved from the first fight to the most recent, a tremendous deal. I just really think he's going to keep going, and then he's going to start racking up wins here soon. Because it's like sometimes there's guys that come out, all they do is win. There's people who lose and win, and I felt like he's at this point where he's just going to start winning and winning. I see his skill level growing, and yeah. And two, obviously, would be Jxmmi Fit. that would have to be my second pick for the day. You know, we talked about his 3 fights: El Coyote, Ashraf, the bill collector. He won against the bill collector, ended up being stopped. The power was just enormous. We saw the other fights with Ashraf. Unfortunately, his cardio wasn't the best, but he definitely had to switch and turn it up. And the fight with El Coyote, we know he didn't come through and win, but he put on one hell of a fight. Like he said, he knows what he has to do is to start training like a pro. If he said he's already training with some professional people right now, MMA, boxing. If that's the case, and he's only been boxing since 2021, what's the future going to hold for him? Because if he can accomplish this much in the span of a year, what about 5 years? I'm going to have my eyes on him. So those are my 2 picks for the day for Buddy these fighters to watch.
Yeah, and just to comment on what you said, to piggyback you, Buddy, this is what Streetbeast is for. This is what amateur fighting is for him to get this, these fights, take these guys, get better and better, and then you hit that winning streak, you hit your stride, and if you try to go pro, that's why you do it in the amateurs and Streetbeast. You take the losses, you learn, and you grow. I think it's 2 great picks.
Oh, yeah.
So, Maddie, explain to everybody what you keep yelling in Welsh.
It means Wales forever. Come
okay. I knew that, but I didn't hear everybody else.
You guys will be hearing it at the World Cup.
Yeah.
What do you mean you'll be hearing "It's coming home"? It's coming.
No,
because all Americans, we say we believe we can win, and we oddly believe it.
So I've just got Cynthia at the back here. She's actually like gagging at the sound of that song right there.
Well, there's another American thing I will say before we get out of an MMA show talking about soccer. I truly believe that Pat McAfee was right last week when he said, if Americans trained in soccer like the rest of the world, we'd have 4 World Cups by now.
Is the most American thing you've ever said in your entire life.
Best athletes in the world. Best athletes in the world.
Yeah, I can dig that.
I'm not going to argue about that.
Well, yeah, because no matter what happens, you're outnumbered on the show.
Right? 2-1.
Yeah, let's not talk about soccer anymore.
Right.
Let's finish off with some fighting.
MMA. All right, here. I got one thing for you. Jxmmi, he had his win off the most recent fight. It was a blood brawl. He's sitting there standing. This is what's funny to me. His coach is mad at him, and because he's like, what the hell's going on? You want to sit here and brawl with this guy saying you're a man, blah, blah, blah. Finish the fight. And he's like, we don't train here to brawl. We don't train here to this. He's like, you're embarrassing yourself, yada, yada. You can finish this fight so much sooner. And so we were all impressed with his performance, saying that he didn't let anyone down. But if his trainer's sitting here saying that he's performing not as well as he should have been, because he should have just ended the fight instead of trying to draw it out, does that mean in some of these future fights he's going to come out guns blazing and we're just going to see first round finishes for the next couple? So,
or he just gets caught because he's going for the finish.
True.
I still don't think he won that fight, so it kills me.
I had to bring it up.
Does it not kind of bring into question if people are drawing out fights? Is that not kind of the same as match fixing?
Well, I don't think he did it on purpose. I think what they're saying is you should not have been in a brawl with this guy. You should have put him on his back and beat him.
Yeah.
I feel like there's those times too that you get where like the fighters are just there to collect a paycheck. They'll sit there, stand, grapple a little bit. They're not putting any energy. They're not trying to knock out. They're not trying to submit. They're just there. Once it's done, cool decision. I get paid. Let's go home.
That's such a weird thought, though. You get punched in the face, right, for a living. And you're like, I'm not going to go in there and give it my all. Let's see how many times this guy can punch me in the face.
Yeah, I only got a million people watching me.
Yeah, the guy on the other end isn't hitting as hard, surely, as well as if they were like,
It's just a weird thought process because there's never been a sport I've went into where I wasn't, even if they were better than us, like, we're going to win this game, right? Or I'm going to win this match in wrestling or whatever. I have to feel like a fighter has to truly believe they can win or you already lost before you get in there.
Oh, yeah. The mentality is all of it. And I feel like we're preparing for a fight. You have, a month, 2 months, or whatever to prepare. Like, you look at other sports, like I'll say baseball, for example. You have so many games. I wouldn't be surprised if certain players don't give it their all some games. I mean, you don't want the wear and tear on your body. But with fighting, you're training specifically for this one moment. You maybe get lucky to get, let's say you get one every other month, 6 fights in the whole year if you're lucky. Wouldn't you want to make the biggest deal you can for the only 6 you get? Or 1 or 2 fights, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I think basketball's the like premium for that, really, isn't it? Like basketball, they play whatever, like 90 million games in a season. It's like 92 or something, isn't it? The Well Beyond the Arc guys are much more qualified to talk about this.
82, but yeah.
Yeah, 82, right? But they, like, half the play, like Kawhi Leonard just decides when he's going to play. Like LeBron will just go, oh, that's just surreal to me. Like just going like, oh, I'll only play half the games this season. Whereas a fighter, you have like what? Like some fights are 15 minutes at most. Like you have 15 minutes every 2 months, like you were just saying there, buddy, if you're lucky.
And if you're a pro fighter, you're lucky if you get 3 fights a year.
Yeah.
True.
When was the last time Anthony Joshua fought? He fought Usyk like nearly a year ago. Like, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
That's been a long time. Yes. See, that's how long it's been. I forgot the name from it.
Yeah.
I mean, even without the injury, look at how long Conor went without having a fight. Look at, like, they get this kind of money and then they don't want to fight, which is fine. I'm just saying, like, even football, which is only 17 games now, 20 if you're going to the Super Bowl, but it's this thing of, I don't understand how, like Buddy said, you get this small moment to shine and you're not going to take 100% advantage of that moment.
Oh, yeah. The training, the dedication that's put in, the time that you put into it that you'll never get back. Why would you waste it?
You missed your family. You missed doing other things. You didn't eat the things you want. You sacrificed your ass off to be where you are, and you don't give it 100% is the weirdest thing in the world to me.
Yeah. I mean, Ben Askren was getting paid quite a lot of money, though, when he decided to...
I don't think he trained for that fight. Though. Like when Ben Askren fought Jake Paul, I don't think he trained. I think he just walked out there and was like, I'm going to fight this dude. Whereas when he got to the UFC and even the Jorge fight where he got just smoked, but the Robbie Lawler fight, I think he really trained and went to go give it his all in those. I think the whole thing with Jake Paul was a fucking joke to him and he ended up unconscious.
Yeah. Do any of you guys remember David Haye? He was British heavyweight champion. Like he was heavyweight champion of the world in boxing, British.
The
Not that
name
long ago.
sounds familiar, but I can't tell you for sure.
10, 15 years ago. Right. Honestly, this dude, like, he's fought people that I swear to God had never picked up a set of boxing gloves before. Like, that's what it looks like. Like, he just used to stand there and just punch them and punch them and punch them. And they just didn't fight back. Like, they just were like, I'm not going to punch you. I'm not going to punch you, David. And then he got to I can't remember who kicked his ass. I think it might have been one of the Klitschko's, just like, literally just like picked him up by one of his dreads, swung him around the ring, and then flung him out like it was WWE. Like, it honestly, that's how dominated he got when he fought like a real fighter. I might be remembering it wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was the Klitschko's. And like, it's just like, it just didn't look like he fought a real fighter for years.
Right. How are you getting new hoodie, guys? What the hell? That the game mode's on easy. Switch it up.
Is that a new hoodie, Buddy V?
Heck yeah. This is actually going on the website this weekend. I'm getting ready. Oh yeah. I got some fun stuff. I even got my new thank you cards for when you order online. That way you have a link to the website and everything else. So yeah, this weekend I'm gonna have an updated list with at least 4 more items, and I'm getting prepared because May 24th on my birthday is gonna be another drop. So shout out to Zwell-world.com. Shout out to OTH Magazine, for everything that they do. Make sure the mug, the Over Tim Hustling mug I drew. See, I got the regular Jaguar. Drew that for them. Bam.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
Coming soon, Zuel branded glasses by Buddy V.
Right.
And
at
the bottom of our ad, look at that. Little Zuel in the corner.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see him. Hell yeah. I love it.
I still can't believe we're in a fucking magazine.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Right?
It's so weird to me. Like,
I'm like, yes, Buddy V. Now I'm really nervous because I can't mess up anything. My next fight, I gotta come out and whoop some more ass.
Hey, buddy V. JJ said shot glasses.
Never mind seeing glasses. Who shot glasses are the way to
I'm
go.
down. I think. All right, I'm gonna have to put that in my repertoire.
Done.
All right, guys. I think we had a great show. I really enjoyed it today. Great conversations. Had a lot of fun. So, all right, everybody, make sure you tune in to Scrap Talk. Make sure you tune into all the stuff at Heart in the Fight, overtimehustling.com. Go check them out. Great supporters of everything everybody's doing right now. It's great. They got Turf Tales, Winging It, Overtime Reactions. It's just a good place to go. Make sure you check all that out. And like you saw the ad earlier, we got 6 shows now running, man. Make sure you go check all that at Yankee and the Brit. Maddie's got Travel Story Society, so make sure you check that out. And Buddy V, you got more interviews coming out on where?
On 253 Buddy V, the YouTube. The series is in the middle of being dropped right now. So far, I have a glass blower that I've released. I have the local Native American two-spirit activist that I released, and also the real lion and tiger dragon as a fighter and a trainer duo. I still got a few more to go, so tune in every Sunday. It drops around 5 o'clock.
And then, Maddie, where can they go for Travel Story Society?
www.travelstorysociety.com, where you can check out our podcasts and all of our blogs. We've neglected it a little bit, but it's coming back because I finished teaching in 4 weeks. Yeah. So it's coming back around. So www.travelstorysociety.com. There you go, guys.
Yes, and Cynthia is back from Canuck Land, so you'll be able to get hitting it on there.
Yeah, she's able to actually start doing some stuff,
And yes, I just referred to Canada as Canuck Land.
It's Canuck Land. I know.
We call it Canuck. So, yeah.
Didn't go to Vancouver.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. One World, One Love. Deuces.
Cheerio.